Hello everyone, welcome to Angel's Classroom. In today's class, we are going to see about light emitting diode. So first let us see what is LED. So LED is a special type of PN junction diode that can emit the light when it is connected in the forward bias direction. Okay. So what is the difference between normal PN junction diode and this LEDs? So normal PN junction diode usually we will use the silicon semiconductor, whereas this LED is concerned, I am going to use aluminum indium gallium phosphate or indium gallium nitride as a two semiconductor device for this LED technology. So this is the symbol of LED. The wavelength of the emitted light depends on the energy gap on the material, and hence the color of the emitted light depends on what type of material you are using. In this diagram, the arrow mark determines the emission of light energy. So let's see about the working of LEDs. So when LED is forward biased, the electrons from the N side and the holes from the P side crosses the junction and recombination takes place. Okay. So this is the normal process. As far this diagram is concerned, now the electrons lying in the conduction band of the N region falls into the holes lying on the valence band of P region. Okay. So the difference of energy between the conduction band and the valence band is radiated in the form of light energy. So the brightness of the emitted light, that will be directly proportional to my forward bias current. So during forward bias, the efficiency of generation of the light, that will be increases with the increase in injected current and with the decrease in temperature. So these are the different semiconductor compounds and their forward voltage and the color emitter based on the type of material used. So when the diode is reverse bias, that is the LED diode is reverse bias, it will emit no light, but they operate at the voltage levels from 1.5 to 3.3 with the current of some few milliamps. Okay. So the power requirement is typically from 10 to 150 milliwatt within a lifetime of 1 lakh plus hours. So here are some LED characteristics. The first main thing is the LED have higher forward voltage and it has lower reverse breakdown voltage. So the forward voltage is between 1.4 volt and 3.6 volt, whereas the reverse breakdown voltage is between minus 3 volt and minus 10 volt. So this is the corresponding alphanumeric displays. So left hand side you are seeing an 8 display, whereas the electronic component will be placed on the specified path. So each diode will be placed across each character. So the display device normally provides a visual display of numbers or else the letters. So these are called as electronic display system. So for this display, I am going to use a special monolithic device. So here are two diagrams. The first one is common cathode display, which is connected to your ground, and the next one is common anode supply where it is connected to the positive voltage. So LED structure. So N layer is grown on the substrate, as you see the diagram. Here is the N layer and it is grown on a substrate. So the recombination takes place in the P region. So it is placed in the uppermost layer. Okay. So the metal anode at the outer edge of the P layer allowed the light to escape more. So here are some few advantages and disadvantages, and finally the applications. So the applications, it can be used as opto isolators, digital meters or solid state video displays. Next topic we are going to see is laser diode. So the laser is an acronym for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So similar to the LEDs, lasers can also be used to convert electrical signal to light signal. So normally a laser emits the radiation in single wavelength, that is a monochromatic light. So this laser light is referred to as coherent light. Okay. So the beam can be in the range of 1 micrometer up to 200 micrometer in width. So here is the operating principle. A PN junction of gallium arsenide combined with the materials is manufactured with a precisely defined length. Okay. So, the ends of the junction are polished to a mirror surface. One end is fully polished, whereas the other end is a partially reflective one. Okay. So, on seeing this diagram, you can able to understand that on the left hand side, I am coating with the highly reflected, on the right hand side I am coating a partially reflective one. So, consider the effect of the charge carriers. Here the carriers excite the atoms and they strike at the holes. Okay, this will cause a random emission of photons of energy. Here the photons also strike on the reflective ends on the junction perpendicularly. So, the reflection and forth and back, it continues over and over again, and so more amount of photons will be generated. So, the process of reflection and generation of increasing number of photons leads to the amplification. Okay. So, because of high energy density, a laser beam can be quite dangerous. So, an eye protection should be used when we are working with these laser beams. So, this is the characteristics of laser. So, on the x-axis I am having a current, that is the forward current. On the y-axis I am having the power output. Okay. So, here from this value, that is from origin up to this threshold value, we have a minimum amount of power, and after this threshold value the power increases rapidly. Okay. So, what is this threshold value? This threshold value is a minimum voltage that a device required for conduction. Okay. So, below this, this will be operate as like an LED bulb with the minimum energy. So, this is a maximum output. For a maximum output, what must be the ranges? Okay. So, the lower power laser will be in the range of 2 milliwatt to 10 milliwatt, and the threshold current ranging from 30 milliamps to 16 milliamps. So, the operating currents is around 60 milliamps to 150 milliamps, and the forward voltage drop, that will be ranging from 1.2 volt to 4 volt. The maximum reverse voltage is 2 volt, and the available output wavelengths are currently 260 nanometer to 180 nanometer. So, next one is the structure of laser diode. So, this laser diode structure is classified into two types. First one is surface emitting laser diode, and next one is edge emitting laser diode. So, the surface emitting laser diode emits the light in the direction perpendicular to the PN junction. So, whereas this edge emitting laser diode emit the light in the direction parallel to the PN junction. So, here are some advantages and disadvantages. So, the advantages, it is very efficient when compared to gas lasers. Next one is it is rugged and a long life. So, the disadvantages is its coherence length and monochromaticity are likely to be inferior, and the applications are laser printer, CD displays used as the pointers, and reading barcodes. Thanks for watching.